Can I actually, Alexia, do you just, for our listeners, do you want to describe what is kind of a daily work schedule for you as you are quarantined at home with your dad?
Yes. So, okay. Well, we had to stay positive, right? So, but during quarantine, I'm struggling a little bit because I don't walk outside. I don't go to Pilates or anything like that to like take out the energy that I have in my body.
Yep.
So I am struggling to go to bed earlier, and then I'm going to bed like at 11 p.m., midnight, more or less. And this is not normal for me. I usually go to bed at 9:30, 10 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
But I am forcing myself to get up at 8 to start working between 9:30 and 10. So I get up, have my breakfast. Very important. You should have your breakfast in the first 30 minutes of your day, always. Um, and then I go to my bedroom, I organize my bed and put everything clean and everything's pretty.
Mm-hmm. Can
Um,
I stop you real quick, Alexia?
mm-hmm.
When you say put everything clean, you can just say clean everything.
Yeah,
For some
clean
reason,
everything.
everything related to cleaning, Alexia wants to say put before. You always say, "Can I put your clothes to wash? Can I put the plates in?" I don't know. You can just use the verb. So, can I wash your clothes? I'm going to clean my room, not put my room to clean.
Yeah,
Cool. Thank you.
I don't know. I did that, but yeah. So and then I go take a shower, put on some clothes that aren't my pajamas,
Mm-hmm.
and then I come to the living room that it's my space to work, and my dad he has another space to do his things, and I say that I'm gonna start working now. We stop at I don't know midday so we can make lunch, and then I go back to work. So you have to tell the other person or the other people who are with you inside your house what's your schedule or is looking like, so they know as well what you're doing and they don't come in and start talking to you about like life while you are trying to concentrate and do your work.
Yeah, I totally agree. And I think you mentioned a lot of important things here. So, the idea of having your own personal space that is your space to work, I think that's so, so important. And this is something that we have learned years before quarantine. So, normally when Alexia and I are traveling together and we are working, we almost always have a dedicated space that normally is in like different rooms, right?
Yeah.
Like, okay, I like this space. I'm going to work here, Alexia. If you need me, send me a message. And you are in a different place also working. I think that's super important.
Yeah, yeah, that's super important. And I like this way because, well, first of all, us as a couple that has a relationship, like we are girlfriend and boyfriend, and we are co workers as well. It's really important to understand like working hours and being a boyfriend and girlfriend hours as well. So we need to separate this. And if you who are listening to us, you have a partner, you have parents, you have people around you that they have a relationship different than work, you have to let them know what you're doing because they need to understand as well.
Yeah. Yeah. And I totally agree. We've already talked about scheduling, but not only starting your day early, but something that we only started doing like this year, honestly, is ending our day at a specific time, normally like 5 or 6 p.m.
You started to do this year.
Yeah, Alexia's been doing this for a long time, but the most difficult thing for me about working remotely is work and life are so interconnected that begins to be very difficult to see the difference between work and life.
But I think it's because of our kind of work. Because if you think about people who are working, I don't know, with anything else, and they are, I don't know, I think it's because of us and not everyone. Like when I used to work at Porta, I could separate and it was perfect.
Separate.
I could separate.
Separate.
Separate. Amor, you told me that when you have ATE in the ending, at the
Mhm.
ending, you do like delicate,
Yeah.
separate.
So only when you're using it as an adjective or as a past participle. If you're using it as a verb, we use the ate sound. So if you want to say, I want to separate the two items on my desk, we say separate. But if you say, these are two separate items, then we say separate. Crazy, right?
Yes, no kidding.
We will talk more about that later. So what I was imagining, Alexia, is imagine someone who works in a normal company and they do most of their work.
A normal company.
Yeah, just like a big normal company.
Yeah.
And they do most of the work on the computer, but they go into an office, they have a normal job, and now everyone is working from home. So at first, I imagine they are probably thinking, oh, this is awesome. I have more time to do everything. I can work a little bit and then do some laundry and then get on Facebook and then work and then watch YouTube and then work. And it's really difficult to maintain that for a long time. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. Well, Livia, one of my best friends, Livia, she's married and she has a dog. Her dog, her name is Frida. And Frida is crazy. She's crazy. And now Livia is at home, working from home. And Frida doesn't understand that, like, mom is working, so Frida should be resting or relaxing. Frida is coming to Livia's lap the whole day, and she's like not letting her touch her computer at all. So Livia sent me pictures of Frida doing everything to make her stop working. So it is hard. It is hard to have a work balance at home. Of course it is.
Yeah, absolutely. And we know the difficulties of having dogs around.
Oh my God, we do.
That's Alexia's weakness. Yeah, but I think the main point is just because you are home is still treating your work like a real job. So something that I used to have to deal with in the past that is not an issue nowadays is currently I'm at my parents' house, and when my mom is home, she's doing things and she's asking me questions, and sometimes she needs help with something. And
she needs help, right?
She needs help. Yeah. Huh. And yeah, eventually I had to say, like, Mom, I'm working. So imagine my brother, for example, who is a lawyer. My mom would never call my brother during work hours and say, like, hey, I was just wondering if you want some of your laundry or something like that, because she knows that he is working. So you have to be very open with people. Like, okay, I'm going to be working from noon to 4. Only contact me if it's urgent.
Yeah, that's right. And this morning, my dad, he was looking through the window and thinking about that he's only gonna leave this apartment like in a month or so. And he was like, Filha, I hope that the big companies and bosses and everyone who is in charge of something, they understand that they don't have to have all the funcionários, the workers, every single day, 9 hours per day in the office. They can go like twice a week or only once a week when they have meetings, very important meetings to attend. And besides that, they don't have to do that with people.
Yeah, I'm very excited and or interested to see what this kind of massive human experiment with remote work is going to do for the future, because maybe a lot of people and a lot of companies will recognize, oh, yeah, we don't need to go to the office every day, but maybe not. I
Yeah,
don't know.
and this means that like they don't have to pay for transportation and pay for this and that. It's cheaper for them as well, you know? And it's easier for everyone. But at the same time, both of us and most of people,
Yeah,
this is correct? Most people, they like to work outside the apartment, outside the house. So we are paying for co-working. So I don't know what would happen if like most of the enterprisers decide to like, okay, let's do remote work then.
Yeah, no, I don't think it's going to be such a sudden and dramatic shift.
Yeah, it won't be massive.
Yeah, I don't know. We will see. But I think the two tips that we are really talking about for remote work, or the two most important things if you're just starting, are space and time. So have a personal workspace, a little home office. It does not have to be anything fancy, just a place at a table or on the couch where you are doing work, and that's all you do there. And then time, wake up at the same time every day, stop working at the same time, try to maintain a fixed schedule. Does that sound right?
Yes.
Cool. Cool. So, Alexia, I wanted to save some of the like productivity hacks and tips and all of that stuff for a conversation I'm going to have with our employee, Felipe, who also works
Oh,
remotely.
this is gonna happen. Yes.
That is going to happen.
Finally.
And I think we can record some episodes over the next couple of days and next few weeks, just talking about things that people can do to stay happy, stay positive, and stay healthy while they are
Yes.
in this
And
crazy
stay
situation.
safe.
Exactly.
Okay, perfect. So I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Cool. I will talk to you virtually again tomorrow, Alexia. I miss you. Um beijo.
Ah, I miss you too, amor. Beijo.
Beijo.